Hi everybody, I'm back with another activity for OT. We kind of took a break last week and didn't do one, but we're back this week. So for this activity, I want you guys to go get a baking sheet just because it's going to be an easier cleanup with this. Get yourself a piece of paper, just a blank paper, doesn't matter the thickness or anything. You're going to draw on that, and what we're going to wind up doing is sprinkling Jello, dry Jello on there to make art. So you also need a pen, pencil, something to write with, to draw with, some glue. It can be the white glue, it can be the clear glue, it doesn't really matter. Again, we're going to wind up sprinkling the Jello on it, so anything that dries clear would probably be the best, but glue. And then what I did was I took each of my Jello packets and just dumped it into these little Ziploc bags. It makes it much easier for the kiddos to get the Jello out of here. Optional things. These are just little brushes. This is an option to spread the glue if you want your kiddo to use this. You don't have to. And that's pretty much it. So, we are coming off of a 4th of July weekend. So, I am feeling pretty patriotic. I think I'm going to make some stars and stripes for my little drawing. So, I am not the best artist, but we will see how this goes. Do some cool stripes. And do some stars. I think that looks pretty good for what it is. Let me show you real quick. So here's my drawing. Beautiful, right? Alright, so what we want to do is we want to go ahead and put glue in between where your lines are. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put my glue like in between here. Now you want to do enough so that the Jello is gonna stick to it. I'm gonna use my fingers to kind of spread this around. You can use Q-tips, you can use those little paint brushes. You don't even have to spread it around. You could just do an outline as well, which I will do for the star to show you. And just kind of do like an outline. And there we go. That looks pretty good. Okay. Okay. So, set your back up there. I'm going to take my Jello that I have put into these bags. Again, patriotic. So let's do some blue and some red. Doesn't matter how many colors you want. This is Jello that's actually been used from previous projects, so it doesn't go bad. You're not eating it, and it's just kind of this gritty substance. So you can package it up, put it in a Ziploc bag, and save it for another day. All right. So I'm going to use my fingers. We want your kiddos to try to concentrate on using these two fingers to pinch a tiny little bit. And you're just going to go ahead and kind of drop it right on the paper. So what happens here, you can kind of see. When you put the Jello on there, because there is so much glue on here, it's sort of like this is a bad example because this is red Jello, but it sort of absorbs some of the liquid and makes it a little bit darker. Here's my red. Let's see if it works better with the blue. I'm just gonna close this up real quick. Again, using these two fingers, you want your kiddos to pinch, and just spread it on. Now I had you use the baking sheet so that way if this loose Jello gets anywhere, it's easier to clean up. However, once you kind of let this sit and dry a little bit, if you wanted to try to shake this loose Jello back into the bag, you could do that too. I would recommend doing one color at a time if you did that, just because otherwise you're going to have kind of this blend of colors. I'm going to go ahead and do this bottom one too, just to show you what a finished product kind of looks like. Alright, this time I didn't use my finger, I just used the top of the glue. Another option, if your kiddo doesn't like the way this feels, if it's too sticky or it's too gritty, you can also have them use a spoon. Scoop just a little bit, kind of shake it out onto the paper. That eliminates that like nasty feel from the hands. But again, this is a sensory activity, so if they can tolerate it, we really do want to expose them to those different textures. Now, this is kind of a nice different activity because in addition to the tactile, you also get some olfactory input. Not a lot of the activities that we do you get that with, because these are scented. So this is like a cherry, and again, these were used probably, I don't even know if I used these last year. It might have been the year before, and they still smell good. So you get lots of input, tactile input, olfactory input, visual input. So kind of a neat little thing. All right, I'm going to shake this out just a little bit so I can show you. So you can kind of see, you can really tell with the blue. The red was pretty dark to begin with, but it really does soak up the color and makes it more vibrant. So kind of a cool thing to do. Again, you can use as many colors as you would like. Let it dry. And then just one more thing that I wanted to share with you guys. I'm always looking for some cool little products and toys and things like that to do with my kids and to use for work. So I came across these. They're made by Crazy Art. They are do-it-yourself fruit snacks. So these are pretty cool. They have the girl ones. There's mermaids and what is this? Mermaids and fairies. And then there's snakes for the boy one. So what you do with these, it's kind of similar to Jello. You open the powdery packet, pour it into a bowl with equal parts water and powder, mix it up, and then there's little molds in here. So you pour the liquid into the molds and then you stick it in the fridge and you let it gel. So this is kind of a cool thing. These came from Continental Sales, which is on like 63rd and like Cicero by the airport. So, and I think they were like 69 cents or something like that. So something neat to try with the kids. If you see these, I would recommend picking them up. They're a little bit messy, so you definitely need to be there to help them out with this, but kind of a cool, unique thing for the kiddos to do. That's it for today. Just a short little video with a little activity to work on. If you don't have Jello, you can use glitter or like sand would work also. But again, the Jello is nice because it gives a little extra something with that scent. So, questions, concerns, feel free to contact me. Everybody should have my name and my email and my phone number by now. Hope everybody has a great day. See you soon. Bye.